I got involved in the project through my friendship with the director and writer Joey Pruitt. Joey and I have known each other for about 8 years and have always wanted to work on something together, but have never had the opportunity until now. So I'm very excited to finally be working with my friend on the Tesla device. The inspiration for the music on the Tesla device comes from a few different sources. Obviously, Nikolai Tesla, as a background character, is an obvious influence. Being such a forward scientific thinker, the world's first major proponent of alternating current of AC, and of course, this enigmatic, Russian genius, there is obviously some element of Russian folkloric kind of music that makes its way through into the underscore for the film. Additionally, being a horror film, a science fiction film, there is also, sort of the genre obligations to treat it with some scariness, with some moodiness. The character of Faraday, for instance, is someone that we can treat as almost a classic movie villain. There's always a very clear and precise, menacing overtone to Faraday's appearance on film. But aside from all that, of course, we have the character of Tommy, who goes on a very human journey, particularly in the beginning of the film, where we meet Tommy mourning the loss of his mom. That's a very human and very empathetic, emotional kind of thing that we can treat very much as familiar storytelling territory, which then makes the subsequent developments in the story that much more shocking, because we have an emotional investment with Tommy's very human journey. Some of the sources of inspiration for the sound design on Tesla device obviously come from Tesla's work with electricity, particularly alternating current. So you'll always hear sort of an element of electrical buzzing or humming, or sort of a fuzziness to the device activating. In my opinion, the Tesla device story does what a lot of really great science fiction and horror does, which is to base you in characters, relatable human characters who are experiencing real problems, and then present the how would you call it, the foil, or the problem that they have to solve in that world. Like we mentioned before, Tommy is dealing with the loss of his mother and the inheritance of this new home. Very human, very mundane, very relatable problems. And then, of course, he discovers the device. By the time things start going bad for Tommy, you can't help but be invested in his story, because relating to losing a family member, relating to coming back home, to reconnecting with old friendships or old romantic relationships, are things that we as viewers can identify with on a very basic level. We experience these things every day. And in that respect, I think Joey's done a fantastic job of giving us something that we connect with emotionally on a very plain, a very basic level, which then makes the horrific turn of events later on in the film that much more shocking and terrifying.